Shalom. What if the Creator refused to accept some offerings? Not but because of the way they were handled and the hearts that brought them. Leviticus 22 shows that both the priests and the sacrifices themselves must be holy if worship is going to be real. Shalom, this is SAX Torah Studio, where we worship with SAX and walk in Torah. Today we are in Leviticus 22, where the Holy One guards three things: the priests who touch the holy things, the family who eats the holy food, and the quality of the offerings that come before Him. If you ever wondered whether the Creator cares how we handle what is holy and not just that we show up, stay with this chapter and walk through it with me. We're going to go into the first few verses for Leviticus 22, verses 1 to 9. And it says, "And the Creator spoke to Moshe, saying, Speak to Aaron and his sons, that they separate themselves from the set-apart offerings of the children of Israel, and that they retain my set-apart name in what they set apart to me. I am the Creator. Say to them, any man of all your offspring throughout your generations who draws near the set-apart offerings with the children of Israel, set apart to the Creator, while he has uncleanness upon him, that being shall be cut off from before me. I am the Creator. Any man of the offspring of Aaron who is a leper, or as a discharge, does not eat the set-apart offerings until he is clean. And whoever touches what is rendered unclean by a being, or a man who has had an emission of semen, or a man who touches any swarming creature by which he would be made unclean, or any being by whom he would become unclean, even any of his uncleanness, the being who has touched it shall be unclean until evening, and does not eat the set-apart offerings, but shall bathe his body in water. And when the sun goes down, he shall be clean, and afterward eat the set-apart offerings, because it is his food. He does not eat that which dies or is torn by beasts, becoming unclean by it. I am the Creator. And they shall guard my charge, lest they bear sin for it, and die thereby. When they profane it, I am the Creator. Set them apart." So we have these verses that say that even priests can't treat holy things casually. If they're unclean, they must cleanse and wait before touching or eating what belongs to the Creator. Imagine a priest who has just buried a relative. He washes his body, helps cover the grave, touches the corpse. Later that day, someone brings a fellowship offering, excited to share it with the priest's family. His appetite says, eat now. You've worked very hard. But Leviticus 22 says, no, you've touched death. You must wash and wait until evening before you handle what is holy. His schedule and his hunger bend to the holiness of the Holy One. Many of us want to serve while ignoring our own uncleanness, unconfessed sin, unresolved bitterness, secret compromise. Leviticus 22 calls us to pause and ask, am I trying to handle holy things with unwashed hands? The Creator is not impressed with activity that skips cleansing. He invites us to step back, be washed, and then return to service in a way that honors His holiness. This passage teaches that holiness is not just about the object. The offering is holy, but also about the condition of the one who touches it. The Creator refuses a split where the sacrifices are pure, but the servants are careless. He wants a people whose inner state matches the sacred weight of what they handle. Leviticus 22 warns us, you can't handle holy things with unwashed hands. The Creator cares about the state of the servant as much as the size of the sacrifice. Now let's read verses 10 through 16, where the focus shifts to who is allowed to eat the holy food. And no stranger eats the set-apart offering. A sojourner with a priest or a hired servant does not eat the set-apart offering. But when the priest buys a being with his silver, he does eat of it, and one who is born in his house does eat his food. And when a priest's daughter is married to a stranger, she does not eat of the set apart offerings. But when a priest's daughter is a widow or put away and has no child and has returned to her father's house as in her youth, she does eat her father's food, but no stranger eats of it. And when a man eats the set apart offering by mistake, then he shall give a set apart offering to the priest and add 1/5 to it. And let the priests not profane the set apart offerings of the children of Israel, which they lift up to the Creator, or allow them to bear the crookedness of trespass when they eat their set apart offerings. For I am the Creator who sets them apart. You'll notice no outsider or guest may eat the holy offering. A servant brought by the priest or one born in his house may eat. A priest's daughter who marries outside no longer eats holy food unless she returns as a childless widow. If someone eats holy food by mistake, they must repay its value plus 1/5. The priests are warned not to let people profane the holy offerings. So these verses show that eating from the holy offerings is a family privilege, tightly guarded. Access to the holy food flows through priestly household relationships, not casual closeness. Picture a friend staying with a priest for a few weeks. They work in the fields together, share stories, share burdens. One evening, the priest brings out meat from a peace offering. The guest reaches for a piece, thinking, "We're like family now." But the priest has to say, "No, this portion is only for my household. It belongs to the Creator and to those He has named." It's not about favoritism, it's about honoring the boundary the Holy One drew. In our day, we can slip into thinking that spiritual benefits like deep teaching, prayer covering, or leadership authority are automatic just because we hang around spiritual environments. Leviticus 22 reminds us that certain privileges come through covenant relationship and calling, not just proximity. It challenges us to respect the Creator's order instead of assuming every holy thing is ours to take. The holy food is more than a meal. It's a sign that the Creator shares His own portion with a specific household. Guarding who eats it teaches Israel that holiness is not random generosity. It is ordered, relational, and purposeful. Those who carry priestly responsibility bear the weight of protecting access so that what is set apart never becomes common. Leviticus 22 shows that holy food is family food. The Creator's gifts are generous, but they still flow through His order, not our assumptions. Let's read verses 17 through to the end, where the focus shifts to the quality of the offerings themselves. And the Creator spoke to Moshe, saying, "Speak to Aaron and his sons and to all the children of Israel, and say to them, Any man of the house of Israel, or of the strangers in Israel, who brings his offering for any of his vows, or for any of his voluntary offerings, which they bring to the Creator as an ascending offering, for your acceptance is a male, a perfect one from the cattle, from the sheep, or from the goats. Whatever has a defect, you do not bring, for it is not acceptable for you. And when a man brings a slaughtering of peace offerings to the Creator, to complete a vow or a voluntary offering from the cattle or the sheep, it is to be perfect, to be accepted. Let there be no defect in it. Those blind or broken or cut, or having an ulcer or eczema or scabs, you do not bring to the Creator, nor make an offering by fire of them on the slaughter place of the Creator. As for a bull or a lamb that has any limb deformed or dwarfed, you do not prepare as a voluntary offering, but for a vow. It is not accepted. Do not bring to the Creator what is bruised or crushed, or torn or cut, nor do it in your land. And from a son of a stranger's hand, you do not bring any of these as the bread of your Elohim. For their corruption is in them, and defects are in them. They are not acceptable for you. And the Creator spoke to Moses, saying, When a bull or a sheep or a goat is born, it shall be 7 days with its mother, and from the 8th day and thereafter it is acceptable as an offering made by fire to the Creator. But do not slay a cow or a sheep and its young on the same day. Verse 29. And when you slaughter a slaughtering of thanksgiving to the Creator, slaughter it for your acceptance. It is eaten that same day. Leave none of it till morning. I am the Creator. You shall guard my commands and do them. I am the Creator. And do not profane my set apart name. And I shall be set apart among the children of Israel. I am the Creator who sets you apart, brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your Elohim. I am your Creator. So, as we have seen in these verses, teach that the Creator will not accept defective animals as offerings on his altar. What is brought must be whole, unblemished, healthy, honestly given, not leftovers or damaged goods. Imagine a farmer looking over his flock. One lamb is strong, perfect, and valuable. Another is limping, scarred, and not worth much at market. The temptation is to say, I'll give the best and give the best to the Creator, the one I was going to use anyway. The verse 22 says, that kind of offering insults the only one. It's not generosity. It's dumping what you didn't want in the first place. So we are to give of our best at all times. We often give the Creator what costs us least, or leftover time, leftover energy, leftover attention. This chapter pushes back. When we bring worship, service, or resources, are we offering our best or just what we won't miss? The Creator is not asking for perfection from our lives, but He is asking for sincerity, offerings that show we value Him more than our comfort. Unblemished animals on the altar are more than a technical rule. They are a living picture that the one who we approach is completely whole, without defect, and worthy of our best. Effective offerings are a sign of defective reverence. By demanding whole sacrifices, the Creator trains His people to see that approaching Him is not a place for manipulation or half-heart. It is a place for honest, costly devotion. Leviticus 22 says the Creator won't take our leftovers as offerings. Unblemished sacrifices are His way of asking, do you bring me your best or just what you don't mind losing? Leviticus 22 teaches that holiness in worship runs in 3 directions. The priests must be clean. The household must respect who shares in holy things, and the offerings themselves must be whole. We saw that the Creator cares about the condition of the servant, not just the ritual performed. That family access to holy food is a sacred trust, not a free-for-all, and that defective offerings expose defective honor. If this Leviticus 22 study stirred you, ask the Creator, where am I handling holy things casually? Where am I giving you leftovers instead of my best? Thank you for walking this journey through Torah with me. If this blessed you, like, share it with someone who loves the scripture, and subscribe so that you don't miss next chapter as we move from Bereshit, Genesis, to Devarim, Deuteronomy. I'll leave you with another new short SAX meditation as we let these words settle. Shalom.